numbers, checking these Bob Mike Jones. 281-330-8004. I got that.
Drink in my cup, blunt in my hand. Who remembers that song? Anybody? That's old. That is 2009. This CD, yeah, I actually still have CDs. This CD has been in my car for ages now. I don't even know why it's in my car, but this CD was made back in 2009, my senior year of high school, back when I had my old competition Civic. I used to compete in SPL, sound pressure level, which is basically humongous bass competitions. Diesel 2,000 watts. Where you create, you set up your own subwoofers and you create the box and structure it to the subwoofer specs and all that. And I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't have anything crazy. I had one 12-inch subwoofer. It was RE audio, and it was, in competition, I want to say it was 140 decibels, which is definitely louder than your average 212s banging in the car next to you, but it's definitely like nothing insane. But it definitely made the roof flex, and you could bounce stuff on the roof of the car. It was cool. Woo! It is, man, I never know what day it is. I don't know how these YouTubers are always like, hey guys, it's Wednesday, the 22nd. I don't know what day of the week it is. It's Saturday, December 5th. And about to go hit back, but I had to stop real quick and get a couple of photos for my sponsors. So here, you see the tripod all set up. I'm currently holding the camera. It's my good camera. I don't have my little vlog camera with me. Parked my car here in the back of the gym. So that's the back door. These are all the tires and stuff like that. And I just showed my stack. I don't promote anything I don't use, even if it is my sponsor. So I only, they have a bunch of supplements, but I really try to stick to promoting just what I use, which is the pre-grow, pre-workout, and Ice Test. I take them both pre-workout, simple as that. So getting some cool, fun, creative type photos outdoors with it. We got my Umoro bottle over here. I did get a cool picture with that thing, but this is actually legitimately my pre-workout that I'm about to take right now. So yeah. See, these are some of the photos. I have it remote controlled, taking pictures with my iPhone. Like, the iPhone connects to the camera and you can use your iPhone as a remote to take the pictures. These are just like raw photos and stuff, and I'll basically just crop them in and just touch up the lighting and whatnot. Basically just make them brighter because it's kind of dark out. So you go in and just make everything brighter and everything looks crystal clean. And then it's, good photos for my sponsors. So bada bing. It's the name of the game. People ask me all the time, how do you get sponsored? It's probably like the most asked question I get. And quite simply, guys, you gotta market yourself and get your name out there. You need to build a following up. Sponsors want to sponsor you so you can bring more attention to their brand. So my piece of advice is build a following up and then be picky. Only link up with sponsors and promote something that you truly love and use. And with that, you should have pretty good success. You definitely don't want to say yes to anything that comes your way. And you definitely don't want to be stuck promoting something that you don't actually like. It's a trip is when you realize not just that you're too old for college house parties anymore, because I've been too old for those for a little bit now, but when you realize how too old you are. Like, that's crazy. Like, I can't remember who brought it up. Somebody brought it up the other day. We were reminiscing on the old college house party days, which seems like literally just last year. But then we were thinking about the age ranges of college kids that go to those parties, and it's on average 18 to 20 years old. You get some 21-year-olds and occasionally some 22-year-olds that still slide in there. But it's weird. Like, I'm 24. I feel like I'm really young, yet I'm way too old to be going to house parties already in my life. That is so weird to think about. We're back at Stop and Shop because I was a genius and didn't grab chicken in bulk when I was here yesterday. I don't know why. Every time I see those little rascal carts in here, I just think of South Park now. Excuse me, are those candy cane Oreos? Dude, I do this literally every time. Chicken's all ready to go in the oven. The oven is all preheated. Open it up. Look what I forgot to take out. The damn frying pan every time. That thing's gonna be hot as hell. Fortunately, it's heat proof, being a frying pan and all, but ready? Look at that steam. Whoops. Oh, in you go, birds. So back in the gym for a lower body day. I'm not going to waste time discussing lower body day because I just discussed it in a recent video. Just to give you the quick and short of it, this first set felt really off and I realized the barbell was bent and uneven and whatnot. So I went and got the squat bar. The first couple of sets were really frustrating because I could not get my form down. Everything felt awkward and heavy. And I eventually realized that I was focusing so much on my hip, the recovering hip, and I was focusing so much on the movement of my hip and breaking at the hips that I was ignoring everything else. And I was like not bracing my core enough. I was ignoring the whole rest of my body. And that was causing me to fold over even more than usual. It was causing my upper body to go limp. I wasn't putting enough intensity on my core. And then, so once I realized that, I stopped focusing on the hip and I just focused on the overall squat, and then instantly my form cleaned right up. Anyway, moving on. Guys, I get a ton of questions every day on Instagram and on YouTube asking, Nick, for real, why don't you just jump on steroids? And it's not in an insulting way. Well, some of them are, but most of them aren't. Most of them are like a very serious question because obviously 90% of fitness personalities that are out with a following right now are obviously on steroids. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As long as you're not trying to compete in a natural federation. I mean, steroids are just part of the game when it comes to fitness and sports in general. So it's whatever. People ask why I don't do it. It would make sense for me to do it. I'd look better. I would have a better physique that would equal more views potentially. That would equal even better sponsorship opportunities potentially. That's not always guaranteed. That's not guaranteed, but it could lead to that. You never know. In general, it should boost me up in the fitness industry. Why don't I do it? And I'll tell you this. There are some days when I get caught up in trying to please everybody, when I get caught up in trying to look my best for you guys, physique-wise, when I try to, get the praise on the internet and I try to look it for my sponsors and this photo shoot and all that, that I do think to myself, why don't I just jump on a very low dose of something? Just like 500 milligrams a test. It would sharpen me up. It would just cap off my physique that much more. It would increase my lifts. It would do just enough to make me look good, look strong. I still wouldn't be like blatantly unnatural. I'd have a mostly natural look to me, even though I'd probably tell you guys anyway. And honestly, I think about it, and my final answer, what it always comes down to is I wouldn't be doing it for myself. That's it. That's my answer, plain and simple. A good example of this is back when I was powerlifting and I was in the high 180s and I was a little bit softer. I was bulking. You guys would always get on me, not all of you, some of you would get on me and be like, why don't you just cut? You look like shit, da-da-da. The reason I never cut is because I simply never felt a need to. I felt very comfortable with myself. I was happy with myself at that weight, just lifting heavy. This entire cut, as I've stated, is all for my sponsors, and it's all for YouTube, and hopefully it's inspiration. And it feels great to be cut, I'm not gonna lie, but it's for you guys. If I were to jump on steroids just to improve my physique, it would be for you guys. It'd be for the public. It'd be to look good to the fitness industry. It wouldn't be for myself. So I'd be subjecting myself to spending more money, potentially shutting down my natural testosterone, having to forever be prescribed testosterone by a doctor, losing hair. I have a sharp temper, so potentially rocking my own relationship with Ari because my temper would be ridiculous. I'd be risking all this, not to mention the mental addiction of wanting to do more and more and more every time you see results, all for somebody else. When in reality, I'm very comfortable in my own skin when I'm in the 180s just focusing on powerlifting. So that's why. I don't want to do something for other people. I want to do it only if it's for me, and it wouldn't be for me. That's my official answer on why. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, comment below, and like. Love you. Oh, bad news is, I just blew sweat in the camera. Bad news is, gym's about to close, so I won't be able to do cardio. Good news is, at least squats and deadlifts, high reps, is the closest workout to cardio. So we'll just have to pick it back up tomorrow. And end with the jazz finish.